Hello, everyone. Welcome to my new YouTube channel, Tips College Football Recruiting Update. And I know this is a new channel, so I was going to start this first video with giving y'all a little bit of information about myself. First off, my name's Tip Lynch. I'm a junior at Columbus State University. I'm a mass communications integrated media major. And I'm in a class called Interactive Media Production where we were tasked with creating a YouTube channel, uploading content to that channel, and looking at the analytics and stuff like that at the end of the semester. And we were able to choose any topic we wanted. And being the huge sports fan, college football fan that I am, college football recruiting immediately came to mind when I was trying to think of what to do. I love everything to do with college football. It's the off-season recruiting. National Signing Day just ended, so recruiting is going to drop off a little bit, but there's still tons of information out there to get to and talk about. And so that's what I figured I'd make my channel about. And I'm not really limited in content as far as what I can do. For this first video, I'm just going to go over the top 5 players and where they sign, a little bit of information about them. And as you'll see in a minute, it'll pop up the top 5 players. The top 5 players off of 247sports.com's rankings. I believe they have the best. They have a ranking called the composite ranking. As you can see there's the top 5 players: Trent Thompson, Martez Ivey, Byron Coward, Iman Marshall, and Darwin James. And we'll go ahead and start off. We'll start off talking about Trent Thompson, the 6'2", 313-pound defensive tackle. Committed and signed to the University of Georgia. He committed back on August 12th of last year, so he got his commitment out of the way. He's from Albany, Georgia. Some other schools that were after him: Auburn, Alabama, Florida State. But early on, he went ahead and ended his recruitment, decided to go to the Bulldogs. He should be a big piece next year for the Bulldogs. Look for him to contribute as a freshman immediately next year. Martez Ivey, the next recruit, number 2 in the 24/7 rankings, 6'5", 275-pound offensive tackle out of Apopka, Florida. He was a National Signing Day commit on February 4th, committed to the University of Florida. The other schools that were after him, Auburn was really the only main competition there was for Ivy, but in the end, he decided to stay for the home state and play for the Gators. And next up, Byron Coward, another one of the Florida boys, 6'4", 250-pound defensive end out of Seffner, Florida. He was also down to Florida and Auburn and to a lesser extent Alabama. He ended up choosing Auburn on National Signing Day. That's an absolutely huge pickup for the Auburn Tigers. I would look for him to contribute immediately to a Tigers defense that struggled last year. New defensive coordinator Will Muschamp, which, by the way, his relationship with Coward was very important in the recruitment. Also, Iman Marshall, number 4 in the 24/7 composite rankings, 6'1", 190-pound cornerback, committed to USC out of Long Beach, California. He was also a National Signing Day commit. LSU, Florida State, Michigan were also after Marshall, but a lot of people kind of knew that he was headed towards USC. This is a absolutely huge pickup for the Trojans. I would look for him to compete for playing time almost immediately next year. It would not surprise me at all. And then finally, we have number 5 in the 24/7 composite rankings, Darwin James, the 6'2", 201-pound safety, committed to FSU out of Auburndale, Florida. This was a guy that went ahead and committed to the Seminoles almost 2 years ago on February 25th, 2012. His recruitment was over early. He's obviously a very big prospect back there in the secondary. Auburn and Florida, LSU were schools that offered, but really never had a chance for the Auburndale product. And I would also look for James to, much like Iman Marshall, compete for playing time in a secondary that struggled a lot last year at FSU. And that's all I have for this week. I'd just like to remind everybody, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You can also follow me on Twitter at Friday Night Sports Focus _tip. Until next week.